Hello, beautiful soul. This is the fifth letter in a love letter to humanity. We have traveled through several tender places together. We met the ache as something that might be calling us closer to ourselves. We looked at the noise of the world and remembered that we do not have to lose our own center within it. We turned toward the closed heart beside us, and then, more gently still, toward the places within ourselves that learn to close. Today, we come to another doorway, a quieter one, perhaps a more vulnerable one. Not reaching outward, not protecting, not even asking the armor to soften. Today, we speak of receiving, because so many of us have become fluent in giving. We know how to offer comfort, presence, patience, care. We know how to notice what another person needs. We know how to reach across the space between us and say, I am here. But there is another question waiting beneath all of that. A question that may feel strangely more vulnerable than giving ever did for you. And that is, can you let love reach you too? Not only the love you generate, not only the love you offer, but the love that may already be arriving in quiet, ordinary ways, and asking nothing more of you than you to notice. It can happen in the smallest moments. Someone offers you a sincere compliment, and before it has time to settle in your body, you are already explaining it away. Or perhaps someone shows up for you, and some part of you is immediately beginning to wonder, how can I repay them? Or maybe someone says, I love you. And instead of resting inside those words, your body tightens, as if preparing for the moment when they may be taken back. Someone offers kindness, and somewhere beneath your gratitude comes a quiet question. Do I deserve this? Perhaps you recognize this. Perhaps you have spent years learning how to be generous, dependable, loving, and strong. You may have become the one who gives, the one who listens, the one who notices, the one who holds everything together. And somewhere along the way, receiving became unfamiliar for you. Not because you were ungrateful, not because you do not want to receive love. Often it is simply another form of protection. If once you learned that needing could lead to disappointment, that being deeply seen felt unsafe, that love could disappear, or that receiving created an obligation you would later have to repay, then some part of you may have learned to keep love just far away enough to remain protected, even while longing for it. You may know how to open your hands to give, while still learning how to leave them open long enough to receive. What if receiving is not passive? What if it is participation? A willingness to remain present when something loving reaches you, to allow care to touch you, to allow kindness to matter, to let another person's presence move beyond the surface and actually reach the places within you that have been waiting to be met. This does not require you to surrender every boundary. It does not ask you to trust indiscriminately. Receiving is not the absence of discernment. Sometimes receiving simply means letting one true thing enter without immediately turning away. A kind word, a hand offered, a moment of beauty, a breath. a small kindness, a glimpse of sunlight across the room. What if this too is part of the soul's remembering? Not only learning how to become love in the world, but learning how to recognize love when it arrives. What if your life is not measured by how much you have given? What if there is no invisible ledger keeping score? What if one of the invitations of being here is simply to discover that you are allowed to participate in love from both directions, to give and to receive, to reach and to be reached for, to hold and to be held. Perhaps receiving does not diminish your strength. Perhaps it expands your capacity for relationship. Perhaps a heart that learns how to receive does not become dependent. It simply remembers that love was never meant to move in only one direction. Just allow yourself to fully take this in as we begin to connect to the Divine Mother's energy. And she says to you, "Beloved, come closer now. Not because you have done anything wrong, not because you need to learn how to receive perfectly, only because there may be a part of you that has forgotten what it feels like to allow love to arrive fully. So let us begin with one breath, nothing more. I have met you in more ways than you may ever know. In the friend who remembered how to ask how you were. In the stranger who offered an unexpected kindness. In the warmth of the morning light. In the quiet moment when your body finally softened. In the words that found you precisely when you needed them. In the part of you that kept whispering, "Stay, there is still love here." You do not have to prove that you deserve these moments. You do not have to immediately give something back. You do not have to turn receiving into another task. Can you let one kindness be complete? Can you let one loving word reach you without explaining why it should not? Can you allow one breath of care to enter before deciding what you must do with it? There is no debt here, beloved. Love is not a transaction. You do not have to balance the scale every time something beautiful finds you. Perhaps there was never a scale at all. Perhaps there was only a moment of love, sometimes flowing from you, sometimes flowing toward you, sometimes rising quietly from within. Can you receive the love of the divine indwelling in that way? Not as something you must earn, not as something arriving far beyond you, but as the tender presence already woven through your being. The presence that has never asked you to become someone else before it could remain. You do not have to open completely. You do not have to trust everything. You do not have to soften before your body is ready. Only this. When something true and loving reaches you, perhaps you can let it stay for one breath longer. Take a slow, gentle breath in. And if these words feel true, whisper inwardly, "I am learning to receive." And breathe out, "I do not have to repay every act of kindness." Breathing in, love can reach me too. And breathing out, I can let one moment fully land peacefully. Now, if this feels comfortable, bring to mind a moment someone offered you genuine care. Perhaps it was a friend, a family member, a teacher, a stranger. Perhaps it was something very small, a message, a smile, someone remembering something that mattered to you, someone staying, someone seeing you fully. Try not to move immediately into what you gave them in return. For this moment, let the memory remain only what it was, love reaching toward you. Notice what happens in your body. Perhaps something softens. Perhaps something tightens. Perhaps nothing at all. All of it is welcome. You might place a hand over your heart and say, "Thank you. I receive what I am able to receive." And breathe. There is no need to force anything deeper. Perhaps one breath of receiving is enough for today. And begin to bring your awareness fully back into your body. Returning to this moment, and notice you are still here. Nothing was taken from you because you received. You did not become less independent. You do not owe your worth in return. You simply allowed something loving to reach you. And so we end this letter not by asking you to give more. You already know how to give. Perhaps today the invitation is simply to notice what is already coming towards you. To recognize the quiet offerings. To let a compliment remain a compliment. To let kindness be kindness. To let love be love. And if something in this letter touched a place within you that has forgotten how to receive, let that be enough. No forcing, no proving, no opening before you are ready. Only this. May you allow love to move in both directions. May receiving no longer feel like debt that must be repaid. May you discover that all discernment and openness can live together. May you notice the 1,000 quiet ways life is already reaching toward you. May you learn to rest, even briefly, inside the experience of being cared for. And may the door within you open not because anyone pushed it, but because, little by little, it discovered there was something gentle waiting on the other side. You do not have to become worthy of love. Perhaps the deeper remembering is that love was never asking you to prove yourself in the first place. And when it reaches you, through another person, through beauty, through stillness, through your own heart, through the divine indwelling, may you be able, even for one breath, to whisper, "Thank you. I am here. I receive." And with that, beautiful soul, I send you love. I send you peace. And I send you blessings. Namaste.